People don't look at me and think, oh, she's a classical pianist. No, but when you see me on that stage and you see me playing, then you know, oh, she's a classical pianist and she's serious.
Oh, Black woman, you are so beautiful and strong. Even on the days where life's woes try to beat you down and make you feel otherwise, you're still unmatched.
So the way I interact with my family is very unique because I come from a background where, you know, I'm Jamaican as well as Nigerian, and they're both very strong, very prideful cultures and very strict, especially when it comes to just education and living a certain lifestyle. And I'm in music education. So when I first told him that I wanted to go into that field, he laughed, literally. My mom's a little bit different because even though she was born in Jamaica, she came here when she was young. She kind of adopted those more modern ways and kind of pushed me, motivated me to do what I love. And so because of having that support, that's when I kind of was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do what I love, regardless of the kind of pushback I got from my father's side specifically. I'm good at what I do as a pianist. I worked very hard, and I always feel as a Black woman, you always have to work twice as hard. And in order to kind of prove myself, that's what I did. I worked extremely hard to not just be a good pianist, but a good artist, a good musician. And I just made sure that whatever I did, I always did it twice as hard and worked to the next level. Even as a Black woman, in terms of music, I always try to challenge that. I don't just play, you know, music by Beethoven, Mozart, right? So I try to go outside of that, and I play music by women of color. I play music by Latino composers. I play music of composers who are living. And I try to challenge that by not just playing the classical music that we all know of, but music that's also gonna, in a way, make people think and challenge the whole classical world and the whole classical genre. I wanna make sure that students aren't just learning about one kind of genre, one kind of music. And I try to make it as diverse as possible when it comes to teaching vocal music or just teaching music in general. And so I'm constantly trying to find engaging, fun pieces from everywhere. But more so specifically because I've had experience teaching African drumming and African dance. And when I had the chance to go to Ghana to learn from the roots, that changed my life. And I think having that experience, I bring that into my classroom, and I want music to be authentic for my kids. I want them to learn the way my people learned. And we had this idea specifically in the arts and in music, you have to learn how to read music. You have to learn how to do it the Western way. But in a lot of traditions, the indigenous people learned by ear, which is how I learned. So I kind of bring that into my teaching because the way I learned African drumming and African dancing was by watching, was by listening. And make sure that my students are learning about tradition and African tradition and all kinds of tradition, but I do focus on that because I feel like that's a big part of the way they learn.